there.
Wow, that was really loud. We're back with the burning wheel. Pronati, year of raging winds. Let's rage some winds, people.
I hope my stew wasn't that bad.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for someone to take that and run with it. All right, so I think we cut to Cadmael standing in front of the crew.
Wait, so I was thinking if it's like a late night thing, he might have had a couple too many drinks to trying to psych himself up for it.
So what we get then is Cadmael standing in front of everybody. There's silence, and everybody's kind of like standing around, like looking at each other, like, is he gonna say anything? And then we get a flashback, and then Cadmael's just sort of drinking wine, downing some wine, and then we cut back, and he's just like staring at everybody. Cut back again, like throwing the wine bottle away.
Like writing out.
Right, yeah.
Ripping them up.
Spilling the wine on the notes. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and make a roll. I mean,
oh, a roll? Wait,
yeah.
I don't have any oratory skills.
Exactly.
Why would you have oratory skills?
That's why this is gonna be very great. I'm not sure if Avion would help you. I think I'm gonna have Avion offer you a helping dice. Not necessarily to like get up there and help you do the speech or anything like that, but to kind of like be among
kind of a thing.
Well, yeah, encouragement probably beforehand, and then maybe like being among the sailors and like saying things maybe in response to what you're saying, like to people next to him, like stuff like that, going amongst the crowd.
Giving me an introduction too, I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure. Yep, he can do that as well. So he'll give you a helping dice, so you at least have one bonus dice there. Because it's a skill that you don't have, you can't fork anything into it, any of the other skills.
Yeah.
So I just added it to your being learned.
Okay.
So you can roll it from there.
What is it based off of?
Will.
What tribute?
It's based off will, so.
Oh, it's based off will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Though, you could technically try to you could do another roll instead. Like if you really wanted to, you could make like an ugly truth roll. It would not be a speech like anyone would be expecting. But it is based on perception instead of will, and I'll read the ugly truth skill for you. Ugly truth is the singular ability to strip a situation or argument to its bare naked core. So basically you could give like this logical summary of, all right, this is the way it's going to be, everybody. I want you to do this thing. Cool. And then just that would be it. Which could work. But it would definitely not be what people were expecting, so it would probably be more difficult.
Well, yeah, no.
He's going to make a straight oratory.
I don't know. I think he'd still want to give.
Yeah,
a
and
good
that's what I'm
speech,
thinking too. I just
he
wanted to
still
give you
wants
another option.
Yeah, he'd just be horribly bad at it.
Right,
Really
definitely.
And
And it's the base will of everyone in the crowd. So that is 3. Unfortunately, because you are doing it untrained, that's going to double to 6. So it's very unlikely that you will succeed on this roll, but it is a roll that you will have to make anyway. So what's your intent here?
I don't know. Is it just like an introduction of like, hey, or is it like a briefing? I mean,
Probably both.
if it's like a late night thing, I don't know if it's really going to be like a serious like briefing of here's what we're doing, here's how it's going.
And again, like that, I think that's what it is. I think maybe because you guys are all like heading off this expedition, it's the first day. There's probably been some drinking already. as a kind of like a celebration kind of thing, and so people have just been like lounging around deck, hanging out, kind of a thing. You're underway. They're keeping up the bare the bare minimum of maintenance and steering and all that stuff that they need to keep it going, but they're not super serious about it.
So Trevor, where are you right now?
He's standing in front of a crowd.
I don't know. I guess
Like where on the ship though?
I'm assuming that maybe like that sub deck, like the top of that above the main deck, that probably where the either at the prow or the aft. I'm not sure which one it would be. So you could either be by like the steering wheel or the like the front of the ship. It's up to you. But both of those are elevated platforms that you could probably stand on and talk to people from.
Okay. Yeah. Well, one of those.
Okay.
I don't know, wherever the majority of the people would be.
Sure. Let's just go ahead and say you're on like the front subdeck, towards the front of the ship, looking at everybody else. So there's not a wheel to get in your way or anything like that. You're standing on this raised platform where everybody else is kind of like lounging on the deck, hanging out.
So how do you upgrade abilities?
Like stats and attributes and stuff.
Yeah, that's.
Same way as you would upgrade skills. You just make tests with them.
But how would you do? Are there just standard like will tests? What would those apply towards? Where you'd use those?
Yeah, will tests are pretty hard to come by. There's not a whole lot of things you would use a will test for, but you can practice it. I'm trying to think of when you would roll a will test. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know what you can do. You could actually, in this situation, you could, I forgot about this. Being learned tests, you can either count them as a test for being learned towards the skill, or as a test for the attribute they're associated with. Yep. But keep in mind that you only need difficult or challenging tests for stats, and so routine tests would not count. But in this situation, this is going to be a pretty hard test, so you're probably going to get a good test for it that you could put on your will.
Okay. Wait, so what? Otherwise, it would count as...
one dot towards being trained toward oratory, yep.
Well, only one? That doesn't extra because it's challenging?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright. I would say it makes more sense, actually, for it to be a will thing, because it's more about him needing to psych himself up to do it, not...
Sure, definitely.
He doesn't expect to be very good at actually speaking. So, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you can set the ob as 3, you get 1 modifier dice. If you have any sort of like, you probably don't, you don't have really anything here that would make sense. I was going to say you can make like a linked test of some sort, but probably not. Okay, so what I want you to do first is go ahead and make a steal test.
Could I use that to like read the crowd?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Go ahead and make that linked test. And then we'll just make it graduated, so it'll just be based on how many successes you get, just to make the ob 1.
You can do link tests with
roll observation then.
Yeah, just yep. What'd you say, Josh?
You can do linked tests with untrained skills.
Yes, yeah, you could do that. Yep.
Okay.
You just can't fork stuff in.
Okay.
You can always make linked tests to try to get extra dice for things.
Sure, makes sense.
I just did ob 1 for the roll.
Yeah.
2 successes.
I'm trying to think if that would be good enough. No, I don't think it is. I think it would probably be a 3.
Wait, what are you...
Yeah, and that's the thing. I realize now. Yeah, again, I realize now I should have just told you an ob. I didn't realize that wouldn't have been a graduated test. Okay, go ahead and roll it again, since I didn't tell you that. Not that it matters per se, but if you want to fork something in, you can do that to the observation if you think you'd have anything.
I do have persuasion trained, but it's
Yeah, I don't think persuasion really helps you to observe the crowd, really.
appraisal. Start a.
You know what?
How valuable are their stuff?
I'm willing I'm willing to give you that as a fork. As long as you're so you're describing your character as like viewing these people as items to be appraised, right? Like
Well, yeah, just trying to look at their stuff and see if I can determine backgrounds and stuff.
Sure. Okay, yeah, that makes total
Things I
sense.
recognize.
Absolutely. Yep, you can do that. So the ob's going to be 3, and then you can get 1 dice extra for this.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Awesome.
I got 3.
So take 1 dice, and then I want you to make a steal test, because you're psyching yourself up for this whole thing. Once you are now standing in front of the crowd, so make a steal test to see if you hesitate longer than you should. And I think the ob's going to be 3 as well. There.
Do I add to the steel with that, or was that for the?
No.
What was the ob?
This is just gonna determine. I think if you succeed this steal test, I'll give you another bonus dice. But if not, then you'll probably be like an increased ob or something. I'm not
Ob
sure
2,
exactly what. Ob 3. Awesome.
Hey.
Cool. So take another modifier dice for this. So now you have 3 modifier dice, and you have 6 dice and a 6 obstacle. But put in 3 for your when you put in oratory, for your obstacle, because it will double. So yeah, go ahead and roll
am
oratory.
I rolling oratory
Yep.
or will
Or just roll oratory. Yep.
Okay. Where's the being learned?
It's right next to your skills, right to the right of that.
Got it.
So put in 3 modifier dice and an ob of 3, and you can technically add your point of Artha if you would like to this roll, and that will give you another dice. That is also a possibility.
Artha? What's Artha?
The persona point that you have, the 1 persona point.
Oh no, thanks. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm just laying it out as an option.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see how well
Ob
this
was-
speech goes. 3.
What was the ob?
Put the ob as 3, and it will double to 6.
Oh yes. Well, then let's see. Yeah, there's no way I can get it. 'Cause-
I mean, you had 6 dice,
What's
so
the
you
thing?
could have.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
unfortunately,
Wait, why
yeah,
did I start with 3 dice on oratory?
because it's will. It's based on your will.
But my will is 3.
Exactly. You got 3 dice for your will, and 3
Oh,
dice for your
gotcha.
modifier. It's just the obstacle
I thought it
doubles.
started at 1 because no, but that's only when you train
Yep,
them.
that's only when you train it.
Yes.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you didn't get any 6s, so you can't do that. Okay, so what does this look like, Trevor? You don't hesitate too long, but what happens when Cadmael starts talking? What goes wrong? Actually, like first, what happens is Avion gives you an introduction. He's like, "All right, there, chaps. It's a great night for living and for drinking, and here to lighten your spirits even more, my good friend Cadmael Rosos, the brains behind the expedition, and the man who is giving, the man who, using my money, wrote all of your checks." And then he steps off, and everybody like laughs.
Who said that?
Avion, Jared's character.
Okay, here's what happens.
Sure.
He gets up there. He starts good with his introduction.
Mhm.
Like, hey, I'm Cadmael and stuff. Maybe it's a little bit off, but he's doing good. And then he sees Josh. He sees John Toast, and he remembers the story of the captain He
And
said
then he
all the time.
and then he realizes how
And
many
then
times
he
he's
starts saying
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. Oh, it's so good.
Ah,
And then it just degenerates into a bunch of ums. And I think what happens actually is, Gen and some of the mercenaries, like, they start snickering to each other because Gen has, like, probably told them the story, and yeah, they're kind of like laughing about it, like, like.
And then after he realizes that, he quick finishes up and sits down.
And sits down, and everybody, there's this
Can't
moment
figure
of pause, and no one is inspired very much at all. And then everybody just kind of like a light clap, and then it slowly just melds back into like loitering around and drinking and talking to each other, and everybody just kind of tries to ignore the fact that even happened.
Well, I don't know that it would be that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but like again, like everybody just kind of like ignores it at that point. They're just like,
Partway through.
right, okay, we're just gonna start drinking again.
He'd probably
Um,
end with a half-hearted cheer, like, hey, thanks everyone.
Right, yeah. Thanks everyone. You like, yeah, drinks more. Everybody else like kind of like awkwardly toasts, and then he sits down. What is Podino doing during this speech time?
I am with Avion's wife. What's her name again?
Talia.
Talia. I'm with Talia, scouting. Like I basically want to show her that I'm capable of
Being a bodyguard.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, watch that. Look at that person there, and just doing stuff like that, asking for her opinion on stuff.
Okay, so are you trying to like specifically like befriend her?
So, Caleb,
Yeah.
do I count that test to? Can I count it to oratory, or do I count it to will?
Yeah, you're gonna have to count it to oratory because it's Or wait a second.
Because it's routine. Well, no, it wasn't routine.
No, because if it was that would be routine if it was an oratory test. But it's not an oratory test. It's if you want to count it as will. Here, let me just roll this real quick and just see what it would be.
Wait, it would be routine? No, but
no, it was not going to be
it was
routine.
against
No,
Ob 6.
it should be a difficult test, but I'll check to make sure. I'm just gonna roll your will base. Yeah, it's difficult, so you can mark a difficult test on your sheet.
Okay, thanks for will.
Yep.
Instead.
And the reason it says routine there is because it's being learned, and it won't count for anything besides one test, no matter what.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Okay.
So it's either or, right? Not both.
Yep. Either or.
If I count it to
Yep.
will. Then...
Either
Okay.
or. Yep. So Podino, are you like trying to roll a specific skill here, or are you just kind of?
I mean, I don't know what in the world I would roll for that. I mean, I'm just trying to gain her respect.
Okay. That's the thing. I'm thinking there should be a roll here, but I'm not sure what it would be.
Yeah, I don't either.
Any suggestions, people?
Wait, what's he doing?
He's trying to impress the bodyguard, Avion's wife, by being an attentive like bodyguard, like making sure nobody's causing any trouble.
Well, I'm not trying to impress her. I'm trying to.
Is there like a bragging?
No, that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is prove to her that I am trying to do my best here. It's not necessarily that I'm being a good bodyguard. It's that I am doing this.
Could you say that's a form of persuasion, nonverbal persuasion?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like Burning Wheel, you could use a lot of different tests to accomplish the same intent. And really, because he's not, again, persuasion would be specifically convincing someone with words, whereas I think it actually might be like an observation test, right? Like,
well, I mean, I would say observation
or something
is more passive on the part of the observer.
Fair
as
enough.
far as gathering information
enough.
rather than expressing it. Is there like a nonverbal persuasion type thing? Acting? Would it be acting?
I think it might be acting.
I had that skill.
You do not have that skill. Because this is the thing, Connor. Like, you can absolutely just do it and not roll, and like, it won't really accomplish anything. She'll maybe like take note of it or whatever, but it's not actually gonna like push your relationship forward. Like, she's not gonna trust you.
That.
But you're gonna have to put dice behind it. So yeah, you can make an acting test. Let me check here. It actually might be. Okay. Yeah. So acting. If you want to add that to your being learned, or if you want me to do it, I can do it.
Yeah, you should do it.
Okay. Acting is based on perception. So you have less of that, unfortunately.
Here's a rules question.
Sure.
If I were to rank up will, or if I were to rank up a stat that that acts as a base for a skill that I'm trained in, would that skill go up as
I
well
don't
if it
think
was
so.
to-
I haven't seen that anywhere in the rules that would happen. But any skills you open with that from here on out would open as that.
Okay.
Now I'll look that up between sessions and see if I can find anything more on that. But I don't think so. So yeah, acting test, Connor.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll for me.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. He can't fork anything in, so I think I'll just make it a obstacle of 2. What do you know? You failed, and you have no 6s. So yeah, I mean, basically it's just Podino tries to look like a bodyguard. Well, actually, I'll roll. Wait a second. Let me actually roll her observation, right? Like, if she could be convinced by that, if she's not attentive enough. Actually, let me check the skill real quick and make sure that's actually how that would work. She'd have to roll something. Yeah, I think it would be in this case. Okay, so let's see. Blah, blah, blah. She doesn't have any modifiers either. Yeah, she got more. All right, so she is not convinced by your acting. What does that look like, Connor?
I mean, I'm trying to do a good job, and I'm not.
Okay, so I think what happens is I don't think she's like necessarily like suspicious of you like pretending to be something you're not or anything like that, because she just thinks you're trying to do a good job and you're not, and so she just goes over and like corrects you, basically, you know, does like, hey, like, you should be watching that exit, like that kind of stuff. And she doesn't do it in a like you're horrible at this kind of way. She's just like, dude, that, pay attention.
This is working completely and utterly to my plan.
It really is.
We're all dead. Each and every one of us are dead.
Like, he's the newbie that's trying too hard.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And not the killer that's trying to kill everybody. Because clearly I'm not competent enough to do so.
Clearly. Yeah, so I think we just go ahead and cut. Unless anyone else has anything they wanted to do.
I apologize to Avion's wife.
Okay, yeah, obviously. Yeah.
I say sorry. I was distracted. I apologize.
Do you want to make a false? Actually, yeah, okay. So I feel like there would be a falsehood roll here now.
I don't think so.
No. To see if you can convince her of the fact that you were failing because, you know what I mean, like that you were failing because you're just incompetent, not because you're pretending to be incompetent. So if you want to roll that, falsity, I think it's already on your being learned.
You know it.
So, well, she got a 1. Yeah, so you convince her.
Yay!
Yeah, so go and mark that those tests, the acting test and the falsehood test. Yeah, so we cut to the next day, I think. Does anyone have anything? So you know, the voyage is on their way. I think tomorrow is when you will get to the Smuggler's Cove. And for those of you like
Really? It's only a 3-day.
Well, okay. I mean, what do you think it would be? What do you think it would be?
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I figured it would be more than because ships don't travel that fast.
Fair enough. Let's say so. This is the second day. Let's say you'll get there on the 6th day. So again, we can
Times of a laden medieval merchant ship.
we can skip through this as much as we want, like of you know the day-to-day stuff. Does anyone have anything that they were specifically going to do on the second day of the voyage?
I mean,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna try to kill everybody.
Okay.
Looks like 20 miles per hour was like the top speed under best conditions, which means average travel times are much slower. Something like 50 to 70 miles per day would be plausible.
Okay.
So I don't know however far away you're. I don't know the map of.
Yeah, let me pop it up actually. I do have a map here. Let's see what it looks like, and I'll drag you guys to it so you can see as well. So this is around where you guys are. Each of these hexes, I believe, is 50 miles across in diameter.
Wow.
Wow. Wait, where are we?
Basically like right here.
Okay, gotcha.
So if we're saying 50 miles a day, you could either go like, would you try to stay towards the coast, or would you head out to open water? I'm trying to think of where this might be. Let's see here.
I guess I would assume coast as long as you can, right?
Yeah.
Second.
All right, let's go ahead and say that the Smuggler's Cove is right here at the other tip of the peninsula. So you have to just go around the coast there, and that's about 6 days of travel, right there, going around the coast like that, and under good conditions. So you might get there later, but we'll see. All right, cool. And then from there, yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at this map, Lucerta is pretty far away. So let's actually say,
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I assumed it would be most voyages.
no, and I
it's
get that, but
a
like, I don't want you
long
guys to go
voyage.
further away from Lucerta and then have to go all the way back. I think it's gonna be a little easier than that. So let's say,
I mean, it's not like we have to play every day.
I know,
As far as,
I know.
Yeah.
Let's see,
Give us more time for-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go ahead and say that the cove is right here. You guys are leaving from the same spot, and you kind of, go around that little tip, and then over to the north. That's where the Smuggler's Cove is. You're going to go there, and then you're just going to continue up the coast towards Lucerta. And Lucerta is, let's see here. Believe it's right here. So it will take you probably a few weeks to get there, but.
Okay.
All right, cool. Logistics aside. Jontos, why don't you go ahead and make breakfast for everybody?
All right. I need to start setting up hotkeys for this character. I can have a cooking roll ready within two keystrokes. All right, I am going to make a cooking roll. And I'm going to fork in.
What are you making?
Breakfast. Let's see.
Gruel? Turkish delight?
Let me do some speed Googling. Really
Scottish delight.
Principally, biscuits and hardtack is what people ate on ships.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I mean,
probably just for breakfast, most of the crew would just get,
Yeah.
but
some
this
water.
is the first day, Well, this is while we still have fresh stuff, so
It's true. It's true.
maybe make some. Let's see. I don't know.
Was breakfast? I mean, but is breakfast a significant meal? I mean,
True. I don't think it was really. You
Is
just
it
grab
That's
one
fine.
of those
Yeah,
grab-
let's just
grab
say
some
lunch
food.
then. Yeah.
Grab some food as you start your day.
First,
it's gonna be
first meal that you're cooking. So.
Sure, it's gonna be a luncheon, dinner thing. I probably also am keeping track of food for the rich people who are going to want more than just biscuits and hardtack.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you might be making like a special meal for, Avion and Cadmael and as well. But okay, let's actually go ahead and say that's it. It's breakfast, for Cadmael, Avion, Talia, Podino, probably maybe a few of the mercenaries asked for breakfast. You're making a special breakfast for them.
Okay. I'm honestly not sure what would make it.
Eggs.
It's not like I have. Yeah,
Eggs
I mean,
would be good.
yeah, we could just sort of say eggs.
Sure.
So something like boiled eggs with some kind of a.
How old are pancakes?
I'm not sure, but I've got a story about pancakes. Yeah,
Archaeological evidence suggests that pancakes are probably the earliest and most widespread cereal food eaten in prehistoric societies.
Whoa.
Well,
You can make pancakes then.
Make some kind of a flapjack pancake.
Yeah.
With some boiled eggs and maybe some fresh fruit while we still have it fresh, sliced so that it can be, put on the pancakes and, just essentially a light meal. So cooking roll, I'm going to fork in fire building, knives, and
yeah, never mind.
I think that's pretty much everything I can fork in right now. I mean, I'm not really doing any meat in the food, so I can't do any mystery meat wise.
True. What are you using knives for exactly?
Slicing fruit.
Okay.
Using my knives?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and make an ob 2 again. It's not like a mass meal for everybody. But
All right.
look, you failed another cooking roll.
I
The stakes are
don't-
raised again. I mean, go mark that cooking roll though.
This is rather annoying because anytime I fork stuff in to actually try to succeed on tests, then I end up
you get a
with
lesser test. Yeah.
a routine test, and I can't advance. Vicious cycle.
Yeah. So
Probably.
so what does this look like? Do you burn the eggs?
Eggs are definitely eggs are
Is
overcooked.
it like a terrible one? I mean,
He failed. I think
Okay.
his
by
intent
one.
was to make a good meal, and he failed
Mhm.
that intent. So I'm willing to John
Yes, but as
toast
far
whatever
as,
you
like,
wanna
yeah.
make that into.
Well, I would say that I probably overcooked the pancakes and they're weird, and I overcooked the eggs and they're tough, which is never a good sign for eggs. But I did an immaculate job cutting the strawberries
Okay.
because
Fair enough.
I have actually skill in
Yep.
knives.
Yep.
There's really beautiful strawberries on top of the burned eggs. And
Awesome.
pancakes.
So
right?
yeah. What is Cadmael and Podino? What is their like response
Hold
to
on,
all
did
this?
he fork in my knife?
I did not fork in your knives.
You didn't
No.
offer help. Yeah.
Ah, oh well,
Too late.
I do.
Yeah. You have to be paying
Right.
attention though. Like yeah, either John toast, Josh should have asked or you should have offered.
I wasn't
It
going
was
to
kind of
ask.
the thing.
I caught him looking at rat poison last time.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's fair. All right, that's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I did my pancakes.
Yeah, so Padino and Cadmael, what is your response to the meal? It does not taste very good. But the strawberries are good.
Well, Cadmael's actually probably super hungover because that night
Fair enough.
he ran off and gorged himself in liquor to forget his speech.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Maybe made some friends. Well, a little tipsy, but yeah. So he's I don't think he really cares what he eats right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Just
Podino?
trying to deal with the hangover.
Yeah.
You're asking me
Maybe not
what I do?
Yeah, well, like, how do you respond? The meal isn't very great.
I don't care, honestly.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
you're a
too focused
slave.
on everything else.
You're a slave. You've eaten worse. I think what you hear, Jontos, while you're like serving the food and all that stuff, and people are taking the preliminary bites, you hear one or two of the mercenaries like complaining, like under their breath, and you hear them, you know that they're complaining, but then Gen like slaps one of them, like just not like actually slaps, but like bumps him. He's like, dude, not dude, but like, hey, it's my brother.
Bro.
It's my brother you're talking about.
I'm probably going to be embarrassed. Probably going to, as I walk past him, just put my hand on his shoulder, like, dude, don't defend me here. Don't stick your neck out for me. If they, don't make them hate me because I'm your brother and hate you in extension.
Right. Yeah.
That's sort of a general idea.
Definitely. I think Talia makes an effort to like smile at you, like I kind of almost like a grimace, like it was good, like.
You're trying, and I really want to be nice, but this is awful.
And then you look over, and then Avion next to her is just like, and he like spits out some of it into a napkin.
Wait, so that his wife, Avion's wife, tried to pretend that it was good?
Yeah.
She didn't murder him?
She has decorum.
Interesting.
If even though she's suspicious of everybody.
Yeah, and I think she actually makes an effort of like, especially you guys notice this, like while she's eating, she's very careful, very ladylike. Like you can tell that she's attempting to do this. She is actually wearing a dress right now. It's like a summer dress, so it's not like super fancy. It's just kind of like a like a simple dress. But she seems to be making quite an effort to like look nice and ladylike this morning. And so she's eating her food very ladylike. And again she's playing the noblewoman part very well this morning. And so she gives you that little grimace smile, like it's okay, servant, like kind of a thing, like practicing her noblewoman's like flattery.
I give a cheapish compliment to Avion and his wife about how they look today.
Like what? And you mean sheepish, I'm imagining? Not cheapish?
Yes.
Okay.
There's food in my mouth. That's my excuse.
So I think when you do that, I think that's the moment where like she realizes what she's doing, and she kind of like frowns a little bit, and she's like sets down her fork, and she's like she looks around like the kind of, is there anything I should be aware of happening around me? Because she realizes you're the other bodyguard, and so she realizes, oh right, I have a job, and then she like looks around, and then Avian like puts his hand on her hand, and she's like, it's fine, like, and then she just like sighs a little bit. She's like, all right, fine, and then goes back to eating.
No, I'm trying to think of an actual compliment though. I compliment Avion's hair, and then just her dress.
Yeah. Okay, and then I think that Talia.
Talia.
I think that definitely gets that reaction. So.
Okay.
So Podino, are you going to try to do some sort of skullduggery to try to kill some people or set something up? Maybe try to learn anything about Oh, okay, so this is the thing. Cadmael's hungover right now, so you do notice that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I go ask him lots of questions.
Okay.
Like what?
Okay.
So what hometown are you from, Cadmael? Where do you hail?
You did hear the other day that he was born on a ship.
Yes, but no, but like where did he grow up though?
Right. Okay.
Like what do you call home? That's what I say.
Recently I ran a shop in whatever city we came out of. Which one was that?
No idea.
Well, what port did we set out from?
I did not name it.
Oh, you don't have.
Nope.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll randomly generate a name right now. Phonilios.
And I've been living there. Before that, I traveled around on a voyage of sorts.
I was a smuggler.
Yes. And yeah, that's the seas have been my home and the port for a while. That's it. I never really knew our homeland. I was born on a slave ship coming in.
That's very sad. It's a great place.
Oh, really? You're gonna pretend to be from there? You're gonna.
I didn't realize that I wasn't.
Remember, you were born on a slave ship too. Remember?
Yeah. Huh. All right, that kind of changes a lot of things. No, I'd probably start out the conversation with, "So you were born in a ship? I was too." I forgot about all of that.
Right. That's fine. Again, like, you could have been playing that, though, right? Like, you could have just been...
That's true.
That could be part of your persona, right?
Yeah, no, but I don't want to do that because if I have something in common with him, why would I not use that?
Fair enough. Yep, that works.
And I don't want to unnecessarily lie.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have to.
Makes sense.
I don't want to make any more rolls.
Right.
So I can fail when I make rolls. You laughing about, Trevor?
Nothing.
I mean, you just failed to roll, so.
Hey, I'm gonna make an observation roll.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was wondering if.
See if I can see, because he just sat down. I'm sitting alone. Like,
Yep.
I don't like talking to people.
Yeah, sure.
So. Also, I'm hungover, so.
So yeah, I think the ob is gonna be, well, okay. I mean, Podino, make an acting roll, right? Like.
Well,
or a falsehood, or like,
Nobody
you know.
really acting, is he? I don't know.
You
I
can-
mean, if you are, then go
I mean-
ahead. But if you're just trying to talk, I mean, I just want to see if I can determine.
I'm
why
just trying to
he's-
gain information from you. I'm not necessarily acting.
Right. Okay.
But I mean,
so,
I'm always acting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm playing a part.
right. Which is why I think you should make an acting roll.
Yeah. Can I fork in anything, or does it take away
Yeah,
my?
It's untrained.
'cause it's right.
Yeah.
So.
So just go ahead and roll both of your stuff, and then the ob, you know, it will be decided by successes. So, and your successes, Trevor, will be doubled because you have the skill and he doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well, so observation and then.
Just ob one.
Okay.
All right. So you're the number to beat, Connor, is 6.
That's
He
fantastic.
rolled
He's
a-
drunk.
No,
Or
I'm
hungover,
hungover.
I
There's a
guess.
difference.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
grumpy and have a
So
headache.
so fine, Connor. I will give you 1 advantage dice for that situation.
Yay!
You have 4
What?
dice against 6.
Well, I don't know, that might actually help because I just don't want to be bothered.
No, I get that, but
So
like
he's
you have,
sitting
you know,
down
you
there.
have a major headache. You know, this is to like just kind of unravel his acting per se. So
True, I suppose.
if you fail this roll, then it's just like, oh, you're still angry at him, you're still like grumpy, but you just don't notice the, you know, the whole thing.
Wait, did you roll already, Connor? Was that your acting there?
Yeah, but I need to add more dice to it now.
Oh yeah, just roll / roll 1d6.
Oh, I thought I had 2 more.
No, just
I don't know why. Wow, this keyboard.
all right. Well, you failed.
Yay!
Yeah, so something's really off about this Cadmael. He just seems to be very fake about the way he is talking to you.
Very
but I get that.
fake. Whoa.
Whoa.
Is he? Okay, I'm trying to see what seems fake. How are you acting right now, Connor? Like, what's?
I don't seem to be really paying attention to you as much as I am to what you say. You can tell that I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in what you're saying.
And like how he can use it. He's
Well,
being
not necessarily that. His observation wasn't that good. Come on.
No, but I think you can sense that he's
If you
being a
could-
little manipulative right now, right? Like he's
Well,
just
yeah, no, but
trying
you
to
could
get
think-
information out of you.
Yes, but you could think that no. You could think that I'm just distracted, and that I'm not necessarily paying
Well,
attention.
see, I
to
don't
you at all.
have any reason to assume ill intentions.
Yeah,
yet,
exactly.
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna say something like, "Are you something happening on the ship, like bodyguard business? Need some info on stuff,
Right.
or well, what's going
And
on?
I kind of pause and I'm like, "What? Why do you ask?"
I don't know. You're drilling me with questions here. I figured, looks like you're trying to get something. I mean, if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. But I'm
Sorry. Yeah,
Arthas, Arthas, right? What's the
Avion.
dude's
I'm just
Avion?
trying
Yeah,
to learn
Avion
more
doesn't really
about.
keep me as updated as I probably should be on the goings
Wait,
on
say it
on the
again.
ship. Or
Say
not
that again.
Avion, whatever. His wife
Oh,
had told.
Talia.
Yeah, so probably see something like Talia doesn't keep me as updated as I probably should be on what she's doing with the guards on the ship. So
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a falsehood then, and I just say, um, like I just say, yeah, sorry, I just wanted to know more about you because I'm supposed to be guarding you. I want to learn about your interests, how you do things, so that I can kind of think about where you will be in case I need to figure out where you are, in case there's a threat against your life. I like to know who I'm protecting because it's easier that
Right.
way.
See, that has the opportunity to just fall flat on its face and look very suspicious.
Uh-huh.
Is the way you worded that. So go ahead and roll observation, Trevor, again.
Wait, really? I thought I worded that perfectly.
No, like when you worded it, I like to know where you are at any given time, so that what your movements are. Like that's, it's a little suspicious. You're rerolling
And
a
I'm
6.
setting a fate point. Yeah.
Okay,
I've probably
yeah.
been
So
more
you got
eloquent on that, but
please.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that if you succeed in your observation, Trevor, then that's what you'll probably pick out. But go ahead and make an observation test again.
Okay.
And your successes are doubled. Oh wow, you failed. You got two successes, and
Yes.
he got 3.
Wait, I thought he got 2.
No, he rolled a fate.
I did, and then
He
I
spent
rolled
a
a fate
fate,
point because I had
and
a
then
6.
rolled another.
Yeah.
Oh, you spent a fate to.
Yep, that's that
Yeah.
other roll 1d6 right there. So, yeah. So I mean, that seems plausible to you,
Right, I probably just don't care right now. 'Cause
right?
Yeah.
He's like, sure,
Like,
whatever.
yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds good. Finish my eggs. Or what's left of these eggs.
I don't. Honestly, I wouldn't think that was suspicious at all. That I can know where you are at any given time. Like, I would legitimately say that as a bodyguard. I want to know, like, if I need to find you, there's a threat against
No, I
you. I
get
need
you.
to know
Yeah.
exactly where you are without having to ask you every time.
Yeah, it was just
Easier on both of
since
us.
you're so blunt about that, which I
Exactly.
mean, you could probably
Okay.
play off as being your noble
Exactly, and you
savage,
could, but again,
but
it's just a
that
matter
wouldn't
of
work on me either
exactly.
because I am a dragon blood.
But basically, right now is, he's hungover. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever, go away.
Yeah, I'm still
Mhm.
apathetic about last night, so I'm not. Just want to move on.
All right, let's go ahead and actually take our second break there, and be back in 5 minutes, and maybe someone might get stabbed. We'll see. All right, we'll be back. Stick around.
Why is somebody going to get stabbed?